needed to recertify myself as a savage and take my journey to the next level. As part of a cross-service training program after my first deployment, I opted to attend Army Ranger School. In 2004, I graduated from the program with the distinction of enlisted top honor man and returned to Team 5. Soon after returning from Ranger School, I began my career as an elite ultra-marathon athlete while on active duty as a SEAL. I've been on a journey of self-discovery and comfort zone crushing ever since. Over the years, I've used my pain and suffering as fuel to drive me forward. I've become an accomplished endurance athlete, completing more than 60 ultramarathons, triathlons, and ultra-triathlons, setting new course records and regularly placing in the top 5. I once held the Guinness World Record for pull-ups, completing 4,030 in 17 hours. But all of the awards, medals, accolades, and magazine articles mean nothing to me. That's not why I do what I do. Sure, I have raised significant funds and awareness for the Special Operations Warrior Foundation, but I don't need the recognition. I'm not trying to be number one in the world at anything. It's not about how many races I run or how many miles I've traveled on broken feet. There's no scoreboard. Rather, it's about achieving my personal best and pushing well beyond my comfort zone every chance I get. For me, physical and mental suffering are a journey of introspection. No other experience makes me feel more clear, focused, and alive. We all have the ability to master our minds, but our brains are wired with defense mechanisms for avoiding pain and hardship, for staying well within the confines of our comfort zone. Our minds have a tendency to force us into a sheltered existence. I call this the 40% rule. When our brains start sending signals that we can go no further, endure no more, to retreat to the blissful embrace of denial and mediocrity, we've only achieved 40% of our mental and physical potential. But when we find ways to harness our minds, we can defy all odds. From overcoming depression, abuse, financial strain, or illness, to conquering the most unimaginably lofty goals, when properly vanquished, our minds become the weapon needed for success on any battlefield. We just have to embrace the suck. About a year ago, Brent asked me to send a few motivational words to one of his mentees who was about to begin SEAL training Hell Week. This young man had lost his mother to a sudden brain aneurysm a week before checking in at the command. This is the message I sent, which was shared with the entire class. Please tell him that my words will make no difference when his balls are in his stomach from being so cold. Men don't get many chances to show their grit. You need to pray for bad weather. Pray for the coldest water. Pray for a broken fucking body. You should want the worst-case scenario for everything you do in Hell Week. Pray for it to be so hard that only your fucking boat crew makes it all the way through. They succeed because you lead those motherfuckers through the worst Hell Week ever. You have to become the devil to get through hell. This shit is about your fucking mindset. If you are hoping for the fucking best-case scenario in Hell Week, you are not ready. Know that no motherfucker can endure what you can. Not because you believe in yourself, but because you have trained harder than any motherfucker alive. You might think this is a fucking motivational speech. Well, it's not. This is my mentality before I go into any fucking war. Hell Week is not for the faint of heart. It's for that motherfucker looking for the beginning of his soul. You want to see where most people end and you begin. Be that guy. When everyone is in pain and miserable with their heads hanging low, you're the one smiling. Not a friendly smile, but one that says, "You think this fucking shit can hurt me?" This is your time to start creating the person you want to be. You can't make that man in a soft fucking environment. You must be willing to suffer more than anyone else.